started to make sense was Jimmy gets very, very defensive when you ask him how much he owes. Don't talk about it. It's none of your fucking business. Don't. So I got a question for you, the viewer, the person who is listening to this, who's aware of Jimmy's cartel story. This is a question directed directly at you. When Jimmy, on June 10th, when Jimmy spun this story about how he needed help and he hates to ask, and for several days he's been hiding from the cartel, and he needs to exit, and he needs money to exit, and he's not going to do a live stream until he gets out of here and he's safe, and all this shit, and that the cartel is aware of his channel, and when Jimmy was down in Puerto Vallarta, he spun this fucking story on June 10th, 2022. Let me ask you something. And when he was asking for money, and he needed money immediately,
Okay. The thing about me, I'd rather hear it from the source, which is Jimmy. I have to hear it from the source, you know? Listen to this shit.
I've been thinking about this fucking story. I've been thinking about this cartel story for a minute. And I'm like, you know what? If these two people, if Jimmy and Helica were on vacation, and I was a drug dealer, how much money would I possibly give these two idiots on credit? Like nobody, it's a vacation town. People come and go all the time. These guys are not going to give them more than $300, right? Well, turns out I was
Alright, I was talking to Jimmy, and he told me the truth. He told me what he had to tell me. Jimmy, he told me this. If I was to tag along, he'd be safe. I would be safe with him. This one particular town in Mexico, the cartels wouldn't fuck with me. Okay? I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I think what Jimmy is trying to do is, if anybody was tagging along with him, he would give me up to the cartels for collateral damage. Collateral damage. I know about that lifestyle. I'm not going to be collateral damage at all. I'm not stupid. I wasn't born yesterday. No, I was not born yesterday. He was telling me, if you pay a certain Border Patrol agent of Mexico, you have a week to return. No, I'm not gonna do that, dude. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to be a pawn in a chess ornament. I'm not. I love America. America is my hope, my home. I could be going anywhere in America. I'm not gonna choose Mexico at all. Let's listen to this shit.
Sneakers makes this video. All right. Now, and then it was funny, cartel hitters are watching them. He put the cartel members up on the roof. Oh, and then I chime in. I'm like, dude, I've been thinking about this fucking story. I've been thinking about this cartel story for a minute. And I'm like, you know what? If these two people, if Jimmy and Helica were on vacation and I was a drug dealer, how much money would I possibly give these two idiots on credit? Like nobody, it's a vacation town. People come and go all the time. These guys are not going to give them more than $300, right? Well, turns out I was grossly high. Almost more than, less than double of what I originally thought. And this was my comment. I was like, it's all bullshit. They're not hunting them. And because the reason why it all started to make sense was Jimmy gets very, very defensive when you ask him how much he owes. You don't want to talk about it. It's none of your fucking business. Don't worry about it. What's with the detail? I'm not giving out details right here. Stop asking, okay? However, Jimmy, you just did a tell-all video. You're a survivor, a tell-all live stream. You told it, you spilled the beans on everything. All the details. Very, very personal shit. So, Jimmy, why all of a sudden should we stop asking how much you owe them? It's not like it's like gonna matter. It's not like it's just tell us, okay? And Helica actually, she's a bright bird. I'll give her that. All right. And I'm usually only like a half a step behind her. And she kind of like, she'll throw out the truth a little bit on a fishing line, and I'll fucking follow it, and I'll figure it out. Because, read this comment. I don't know why Jimmy did not disclose the owed amount. I don't know why it should be even a secret. If the cartel really kills for owing $100, like he told me, like why would Jimmy hide that if that's normal operating procedure from the cartel? So she's fucking right. She's fucking right. Because check this out. Jimmy has been spinning this story for a long time now, all right? May 29th, 2022. Jimmy benignly posts out of the fucking blue, Jimmy posts on his Facebook account this. The new Jalisco New Generation Drug Cartel marks their dope bags with stickers, blah, blah, blah. So he posts this shit on May 29th, right? Blah, blah, blah. Then this woman makes a simple fucking comment. It's all about good marketing. Like, she don't care. She just whatever, making a comment. And then you, Jimmy, you write this long shit. It's really very crazy down in Mexico.
Okay, after knowing this shit, I'm definitely not going to Mexico. I don't want to be involved in this bullshit. Fuck no. Hell no, dude. I do my research. Knowing that this motherfucker owes money to the fucking cartels. Like, shit. I'm definitely parting myself away from this bullshit. Hell no, dude. That's too much baggage, bro. Listen to this shit.
A video that I posted on our website called That. I don't want to link it directly because it would probably get banned by Facebook. The video is titled Mexican Cartel Extortion. I went to this video. I went to this website where you posted this, and I watched the video. And it was videos of the cartel killing people, beheading people, rival gang members, people who had wronged them and crossed them, Mexicans, other Mexicans. And I thought, wow, Jimmy just disclosed a whole lot of... Jimmy is really putting this story out there. He's really planting his seeds. And that was on May 29th, right? Then Jimmy's fucking continuing to drink. He's thinking how he's going to fucking spin this shit down in Puerto Vallarta. Now, Jimmy, the vacation's starting to fucking come to an end. This trip is starting to get over with. And that's when Jimmy fucking dropped all this bullshit. And everybody, the initial reaction was everyone was laughing. We were fucking laughing at you, man. and you got mad. Anyone who doesn't believe what is happening and thinks this is a money grab could go fuck themselves. I've seen comments from longtime viewers. So when he says that, when Jimmy scolds his longtime viewers, it's a warning to them. Because he has these people wrapped around his fucking finger. And I'm going to give you an example. Okay, I'm going to give you an example of how this fucking dirt dog behaves with his viewers when people question him. Listen to this. All right, putting it up.
Like that. How much you fucking owe? None of your fucking business, asshole. Dumb. What the? Why is it that people come in here like demanding shit? Like I need to answer them. Go eat a bowl of dicks. How about that? That's what I owe. Fucking lick my sack, motherfucker.
So Jimmy just got real fucking mad and scolded somebody during his stream who asked him how much he owed. Why is that such a hard question, dude? You just exposed. I mean, you just told the whole fucking story. And the way you said, none of your fucking business, asshole. Go suck a bag of dicks. Go blah, blah, blah. Fuck you for asking. What you were doing right there was you were letting other people know, don't ask. Even your loyal viewers. Don't ask how much I owe, because I don't want to tell. I don't want to disclose that. And Jimmy, you don't want to disclose that because you didn't know of a believable number. Because if you said a few $1,000s, it's not fucking believable that a street dealer would give you thousands of dollar credit in a vacation town. They just don't do that. So I'm thinking, what could it be? Could it be like, it's got to only be a few $100, right? It's got to be only like, what, $300, right? And then, boom, here comes our fucking queen. Way less than $300, no joke. And this is really her, motherfuckers. Go to Green Sneakers. Go to fucking Green Sneakers. Go to this video and read our comment thread, okay? And click through and you'll see this is her. Way less than 300, no joke. And then I wrote, I friggin' knew it. And then she writes, as far as I know, it's even less than 50% of $300. So what? What's less than 50%? Under $150? How much could it be? $100? $130? And then Green Sneakers, so that's the cartel story. He owes a street dealer $150. What the fuck? Talk about making a mountain out of a molehill. And then here, yeah, they're roasting Jimmy. The title of Jimbo's book, I owe a Mexican drug dealer $150. Jimmy, what the fuck, bro? What was all this then? What was all this? To get $150? Why didn't you say that? I need $150 or they're gonna kill me. Because you're a fucking con man, Jimmy. And you know this is all bullshit. And I'm fucking exposing you. Alright? You're a fucking con man. Alright? You've been exposed, bro. So you ripped somebody off. You run-of-the-mill ripped somebody off for $150 down there and you bounced. That totally seems like something you would fucking do. I don't fucking believe it for a second that a street level drug dealer will kill an American over $150. They're gonna cut your head, Jimmy. I don't fucking believe that for a second, man. For a fucking second. However, I'm sure they wanted to hurt you, dude. I'm sure they, like, if a guy like you, if I didn't know you from Adam, and you came up to me, and eventually, I think you would fucking, I would be scared too, Jimmy. You probably wanted to beat the brakes off you. That's what you were afraid of, getting your ass beat. But you took a half-truth. Not even a half, dude, you took like a 1/8 truth, and you spun all this garbage to fucking con people. To send you money. Because the vacation was over, and you were probably sick of Helica. I'm sure, you probably got tired of her. I mean, whatever. She's fucking, was she like Eastern European chick doing her own thing? She's way out of your fucking league. You probably knew she was gonna be done with you anyway. So, you just took all these, like, sort of facts, and you spun this long bullshit fucking story, man. And you've been exposed, Jimmy. I cannot fucking believe you, dude. And, what have you got to say for yourself, man? I know you're watching this shit. I know you're reading every single comment. And you're now you're trying to act like you don't. And what have you got to say for yourself, dude? You just gonna let this ride? You just gonna let this, this expose just hang out there in the wind and not respond to it? You know, at least respond to what she said. Is she lying, Jimmy? I know she's a manipulator and a narcissist. Is she lying about this? Was it less than $300? So I put a earlier video up today talking about how I was going to talk about this. And then I know you saw that because then you did a live stream earlier tonight, later in the evening. And you tiptoed. You kind of, I noticed that you kind of not really talking about this anymore. You're bringing it up ever so slightly. I don't think they're looking for me up here. I think if you did go back to Puerto Vallarta, I think you would catch I think they would knock the last fucking 5 teeth out of your head. I think they would do that. And I know by now you got the money to pay the guy, and you've already been talking about going down there. I'm sure you're going to try and figure out a fucking way to slum it down there. So you probably are going to pay this fucking guy back, but what you had led everyone to believe was total fucking garbage, man. And people called you out the same fucking day. And you didn't like that, bro. You didn't like your viewers laughing at you and calling you out for the fucking clown that you are. So there it is. Fucking that is the big cartel story that Jimmy is going to write a book about. And there's so much other shit, man. Go through his social media, read comments, read how he was trying to drop little kernels of information and seeds out there, hoping that something would grow. But ultimately, man, it was all fucking bullshit. This guy is a fucking con man. He's a slime ball. And he's got these little fucking bullshit tactics. And Jimmy, there's something else I want to talk to you about. There's something else I noticed tonight. I watch, man. I fucking watch. Alright? And dude, it is funny, man. You're a fucking hobo army. You're a hobo army, bro. They are real fucking trigger happy on that ban button. They are trigger happy. Dude, I was watching them ban people for just like saying the stream was boring. Get that shit talker out of here. I've seen him. He said it was boring earlier in the day. Dude, you're a fucking melting snowman. And all your little hobo army is, I think there's probably like 12 of them. And in total, that regularly probably give you money. No, there's about 12 in your hobo army, and maybe about 6 or 7 that regularly drop donos. And you need those. You need those to fucking survive, man. You need those to fucking get by. So I get why you don't want the whole fucking channel to totally get annihilated, but it is hysterical watching your army fucking go to war for you. You drafted them. You drafted them, man. You're their El Presidente, and you're fucking losing because of people like me, and people like Green Sneakers, and people like Helica who are willing to speak out. And that goes for everybody else who knows this scumbag and knows this shenanigans. Speak up, man. Don't let this fucking scumbag keep fucking doing this shit. He's an exposed con man. And Jimmy, that brings me to the next thing I want to talk about. Since we're talking about the hobo army and you being a con man. Now I was watching your stream tonight. Kyle. Okay? Kyle. Now Kyle, I've mentioned Kyle a few times in my funny videos. Kyle is the face of Judge Blackstein. And I like Kyle. Okay? I ain't fucking with Kyle, Jimmy. I like Kyle. And I'm going to tell you why I like Kyle. Because Kyle is simple. Okay? Kyle, simple people you can trust simple people, Jimmy. Simple people don't come up with all these giant fucking convoluted stories and lies while they're drug fueled. They're simple, man. He's an older dude. His family's taking care of him. He's on mental disability. He's getting paid. And I noticed you and a few of your little hobo army were kind of like taking the piss on him. And I think I know why, because you see what I'm doing over here. And I mention him, and he's the face of my channel. And I know what it is. You guys are all fucking bullies, is what you are. You're little fucking snowflake bullies. So you see me over here, and now you want to join in. And you think it's fun to shine a light on Kyle and bring up Kyle and talk about Kyle. All right? And okay, so whatever. You're all adults. You can do that shit. It's the internet. Now, however, Jimmy, I noticed he sent you money tonight. All right? I noticed that he's starting to send money to you, man. And I'm going to tell you something right now, motherfucker. I don't know what I can do about it. And, well, I do know, I know a lot. I know a lot of things I could do about it, all right? I know his family. I know how to get in contact with his family. And I'm fixing to do that, all right? Now, I don't know how this is all going to fucking play out, but I know that what you're doing, in his mind, he sees this guy on the internet that talks to him, right? Now put yourself in a mentally disabled person's mind. You're at home and you're of legal age of drinking, so you're going to enjoy the world's shittiest fucking beer because you're mentally disabled. And you're watching your hero on the fucking computer, and he spins this story. They're out to get me and I need money. And then all of a sudden, he's left. He's one of your soldiers in the hobo army. And you're all talking to him and chumming it up with him. And now he starts to donate. Okay? And do you see how this looks, Jimmy? Do you see how this fucking looks? Now, Kyle, like I said, I know how to get in touch with his family. I might make a special project about this. I'm very delicate about this because I don't want to fucking take away his hero and disrupt that in his life. But I'm warning you, okay? I'm telling you right now, I got this in my sights. And I'm not fucking happy about it, dude. And you know that I believe you're a con man. And you know that I'm not going to stop exposing you. And what you're fucking doing now with this guy, I'm just letting you know, Jimmy, I'm taking notice, all right? And let that go to all the rest of your fucking hobo army. Let them know, like, this is not fucking cool, dude, and this is not okay. All right? Fuck off.
This man, it's not what you think. It's here. Rated R.
What's your emergency? What is going on? Hello? Who has a knife?
My sister.
Where is your sister?
Quick!
What? I got everyone coming to you, honey. Where is your sister?
I was on patrol, and I heard the call come over dispatch.
Green Drive. I have a female with stab wounds. Attention, ambulance. The ambulance is needed.
You could tell by the tone of her voice that it wasn't normal.
Sabrina has a 12-inch bread knife that she is holding in her right hand. She's covered in blood.
I could see blood on the blade. I could see blood on her. Immediately, we started screaming to drop the knife. It almost like snapped her out of whatever she was in back to some type of reality. I kicked it away from her and we put her down on the floor. It was a very tense couple seconds.
The suspect, Sabrina Zunich, she was a 18-year-old foster child of Lisa Knafel. Also inside the house was Megan Stanella and Haley Knafel. Megan being 13 and Haley being 3 years old.
The father, Kevin, was away on a trip. He was a truck driver and he was in Michigan at that point.
Sabrina was in foster care for many years before she came to the Knafels.
Sabrina landing with the Knafels really represented a fresh start for her. She went from a troubled home with her biological father and grandma to a youth shelter where she did not want to be. She's getting along with the family. She's doing great at school. She's not getting in trouble. Things seem to be looking up for her. I couldn't find anything indicating something like this could happen.
You remember me, right?
Our main goal when we first interviewed Sabrina was to get Sabrina to tell us exactly what happened. We caught her coming out of the room, so we knew she did it. We wanted to know why.
What do you recall?
Yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Getting done with my homework? Going, I don't know, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Going to bed.
And we're at home.
Mm-hmm.
Would anything unusual happen?
I don't know.
How do you get along with Kevin?
Kevin's a miracle. I mean, he's one of the one that helps me out. Because this has Megan to deal with, and so we made agreements a long time ago that if I need anything, that I can go to Kevin.
How about with Lisa? How do you deal with her?
Me and Lisa's never been the best. She's never seemed to like me, and she's been wanting me out of the house.
What's your thoughts on how Lisa is not alive now?
What?
You had a knife. You stabbed Lisa.
I did.
You did. And Megan called the police.
That can't be true.
Bree, it is. I'm sorry.
Lisa's really dead.
Yeah, it's dead. I'm sorry.
I don't believe this. Nobody else is hurt.
Nobody else was hurt. Thank goodness.
Sabrina never denies committing the murder. She just acts confused when I tell her that she's the one who killed Lisa Knafel. We could have waited here for 4 days and we were probably going to get the same answers from her. We made the decision that we're just going to cut this down because she's not going to give us anything else that we need. I was hoping to find some text messages, some emails, some search history as to why this crime took place. Over the past several weeks, Kevin Knafel and Sabrina text messaged each other over 1,000 times. I did not think it was normal for a foster father and a foster daughter to have thousands of text messages between the two of them. We were confident that Kevin left for work at 8 p.m. the night before the murder, and he didn't get back into town until after Lisa's death. So we want to know from his perspective as to if there was any argument going on at the house before he left.
Then you told me you wanted to talk about his wife's work. Correct. The subject matter. Yes, sir.
I told his lawyer that we would just talk about the work, but I was hoping that maybe he would open up and give us some insight as to what was going on and why the reason that this happened.
Kevin, do you know anything that was happening at the house the night before you left for work that night? Well, hang on a second. We just talking about his wife's work. What's going on at the house the night before is not his wife's work. Okay. Where does your wife work at? County Children's Family Services. What does she do there? She was a social worker for the children's section.
He was looking down. There was no tears. There was no anger.
Were you and Lisa in the process of going through a divorce? Okay, now we're getting outside the scope.
Kevin Knaefel was not willing to help the police in finding out exactly what happened to his wife. Why is he not cooperating with us? What is he hiding from us? Proffer is a good faith first step when the defense attorney, the prosecution meet with the suspect. It's an opportunity for them to be 100% complete honest and tell exactly what happened. It's a first step into a plea agreement. We cannot use this against her in court.
What we believe from conversations is that what led up to this homicide, to this murder, is that there was another party involved in planning that.
Yes. It was Kevin Knaefel, my foster father. It was Kevin's idea, and it was talked about after we were having sexual relations, and him and Lisa were having problems in marriage. He wanted to get a divorce, but Haley, which is a 3-year-old daughter of his and her, was in the picture, and he wanted full custody. She would get custody, or it would be shared. And he didn't want that happening, so the alternative was for this to happen.
When was it, after you started to live there on a daily basis, that your relationship with Kevin changed? When did the sexual nature start to change?
It all started not with sex, but with massages, because he was a truck driver, and his legs would cramp, so it was inner thigh. Then it progressively got into sex.
Does he ever tell you, hey, you can't tell anybody about this?
All the time.
Did he say what would happen if you told
Then
anyone?
you'd be taken out of my care and I could lose my foster parent license.
What did you say in response to that?
I would never do that.
Okay.
Telling him.
As Sabrina and Kevin's relationship continued, Sabrina described the increasing tension she felt from Lisa, and that Sabrina felt that she wasn't welcome in the house anymore.
So Kevin convinced Sabrina that if she did kill Lisa and did get caught, that she would only do 2 to 5 years, that he would protect her, and that after she got out, that he would be there with her. They would buy a house, and basically she can be like a mother figure to Haley.
So have you talked to him since
No.
then?
Nada, no money on my books, no letters, no calls, no nothing.
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 That's when we learned that Kevin helped plan this murder. It was calculated, and essentially Kevin using Sabrina to get his wife out of the picture and to collect life insurance money. Sabrina's childhood, I believe, is probably the most important thing to understand why something like this could happen. Sabrina had never experienced a stable family, a loving household, the sense of security, the sense of belonging. Kevin seemed to know how to prey on Sabrina's vulnerabilities.
In my opinion, the verdict came very quickly. The jury came up with a guilty verdict. I believe it took a matter of about 2 days.
Social media, a most unusual place where feta cheese goes viral one day and a twerking lawyer the next. Now meet Hootsuite, your guide to the wild. Our social media software enables your business to plan, schedule, and deliver results. Visit Hootsuite.com today.
Giving people a chance is very, very important, and people can do great things. I mean, you may have been abandoned on the side of a road. It doesn't mean that God didn't endow you with very special talents.
Welcome to the Focus on the Family broadcast, helping families thrive. At Focus on the Family, we believe that in Christ, the family is the building block of society. On today's episode of the broadcast, we'll be speaking with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis about the importance of lifting up family values and protecting children in today's culture. Your host is Focus President and author Jim Daly, and I'm John Fuller.
John, we recently had an opportunity to visit with Governor DeSantis in Florida about policy issues affecting the family, as you alluded to. In the discussion you're about to hear, we talked about the importance of fathers and two-parent homes, protecting children from indoctrination in our schools, pro-life issues, big tech, religious freedom, and more. He has some great ideas about faith, family, and freedom, and I think you're going to enjoy hearing this conversation.
And Governor DeSantis has been serving in that position since 2019 in Florida. Before that, he served in the U.S. Congress for 3 terms. He and his wife, Casey, have 3 young children. And Jim, you recorded this at the governor's office in Tallahassee. Here now, Jim Daly and Governor Ron DeSantis on Focus on the Family.
Governor, welcome to Focus on the Family.
Good to be here.
Okay, let's start with your background, because I was reading Yale, Harvard, and then you went into JAG and you worked with the SEAL team. You're like a man's man. What did you learn out of that experience, especially the SEAL team work?
Well, look, I mean, I think the military culture is I think a very positive culture. It's helped me be even more disciplined, helped me be able to get tasks accomplished, and so that's just generally what you're talking about. You know, with Navy SEALs, it's interesting. We were in Al-Anbar province, and so this is like Fallujah, Ramadi, Al-Assad, Haditha, all those areas. This is during the 2007 surge of troops there, Al-Qaeda in Iraq. And so that was kind of ground zero for U.S. military at the time. The battle space was, quote, run by the U.S. Marine Corps. So we'd be on bases. All of our guys would be on different bases that were run by the Marines. And so you kind of had an interesting contrast of cultures. So the Navy SEALs are just like, you may have longer hair, beard, whatever. Some of the little things, not as important, but when it's go time, it's all just mission, and there's nothing else that stops them. Marines is a little different. It's like everything, got the hair, everything from beginning, way before you even get to the battlefield. And so sometimes there'd be a little bit of clash with that and how that would work. But it was an interesting experience. I gained a lot of additional respect for a lot of the people, and not just people. I mean, obviously Navy SEALs people respect that. But I was there, I'd be on like a helicopter with some E5 in the Army or the Marine Corps who had been in Iraq and Afghanistan more than they've been in the United States since their 18th birthday. I mean, there are people on their third or fourth deployments. One of the things I saw was how that impacted their lives back home. I mean, you did have, unfortunately, a lot of families break up over just having, these are unnatural deployments. It's one thing to go for 6 or 9 months, but to go 9 months, then a year, and then this, and it was an awful lot of weight because we don't have a military draft. You're talking about people that had volunteered, and that burden really fell on a very, very small segment of our society.
Sure, it did. You know, when you look at that, though, I could see, it seems, when I'm watching you on the news or watching the many bills that you've signed that support the things we believe in and focus on the family, it does seem to have like a military precision to it. You're going bang, 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 and you don't back up, which I think people are very encouraged. Why? I mean, a lot of politicians just move with the flow. You seem to be really rooted in principle and stick with me. I'll take the headwind. I'll take the first arrows, but let's move together. Describe that environment for us.
Well, look, at the end of the day, I'm in office not to be somebody. People call you governor, they invite you all these things. I mean, that doesn't really matter to me. I'm in office to do something and accomplish things on behalf of the folks in the state of Florida. I mean, you and I were just talking about, just got back from Orlando. Yet the Special Olympics International was keeping our Special Olympians who were unvaccinated from competing in the Special Olympics. We applied Florida law. We let them know that wasn't going to fly. So we now have 100 Floridians who are now going to be able to compete. So I was able to use my office to help those folks. So that's kind of how we view it. And so when I am doing the agenda, I'm doing it with a mindset of, okay, I'm not just virtue signaling here. I need to get this done. And so one of the first things I did when I got elected governor, I had the transition team give me a briefing and a compendium of all the governor's powers, constitutional, statutory, customary. What can I do by myself? What do I need the legislature with? What would there be courts and what their role would be? And I look at that, and then you understand kind of where the pressure points are. And there's certain things that I need the legislature on, but I know I'll get it because it's something that's popular with our voters. And then there's other things that sometimes you need to be a little bit more strategic about. So everything we're doing is with an eye to actually accomplishing the mission.
You know, one of the things for us, it's about the policies. Do they support family? Do they work against family? It seems to me that, unfortunately, in that political sphere, people don't understand the benefit, or they do understand it, yet they're still trying to break the family down. I was reading research, obviously, which we do every day, and when you look at the attributes, what an intact family delivers for the culture. For example, children of an intact mom and dad family, they're more likely to graduate from high school, more likely to graduate from college, more likely to be successful, less likely to do drugs, less likely to get involved in premarital sex, less likely to become alcoholics. And I always wonder to myself, why would politicians debate this? If this is the right family formation type to deliver the best citizens, why wouldn't we all be supporting it?
Well, I think more and more are, because I think everything you cited is irrefutable. And right. I think more and more Americans have come to see that. It's interesting. I wouldn't be governor if it weren't for a focus on the family. I got elected in 2012. My wife and I didn't have kids yet. By 2016, when I started my third term, we had our first child. So I'm going up to D.C. I'm a congressman. And I'm like, wait, why am I up here when I have them down there?
And they're little.
And then we had my son in 2018. So I got elected governor in November of 2018 with two very little ones. But that was a big reason why I didn't want to serve in Congress anymore. And I wanted to actually come to Florida because it's a much more family-friendly thing. I mean, I'm with my kids in the morning today. I'm doing all this stuff around the state, and I'll be back with them later tonight. So my wife and I put a big premium on it. But if you could snap your finger and just do one thing to help our society, saying every kid could grow up with a strong, intact family, particularly having a father in the home, right. Because as we do know, a lot of the weight falls on single moms more and more over the last 50 years in the U.S. So if those fathers are present, the chance that they drop out of school, get involved with drugs, all these things goes down dramatically. If the father's not present, right. Then you see a lot of problems. We did a fatherhood initiative this year, big one, which was over $70 million. It was a great event. We had all the legislators brought their kids. I had 2 of my kids running around there.
Yeah.
But we had Coach Tony Dungy, who had been in Tampa Bay and in Indianapolis. He still lives in Tampa. He's got a group called All Pro Dads, which can get funding under this program, grants for organizations that are doing this. And he spoke and he said when he was coach at Tampa, he would go minister in the prisons. And what he noticed was the people were in the prison not because they were poor, race, any of the other things people point to. They were in the prisons because none of them had a father in the home.
Right.
And it was just that dramatic. So if you could ensure that, a lot of the other problems that we talk about in society, a lot of those would be very, very small compared to what they are now.
Let's pick up on a